Hello gamers, I'm back again. Very simple run on the last one, but let's crank it up a little bit to Ascension level 8 and let's get a curse for a rare relic. Needle and Thread kind of crazy, and then obviously we want to remove Frailty as quickly as possible. But it's probably not that bad when you start with 4-plated armor and it's only the first floor. Plus we heal 6 at the end of each comp. I mean, it's amazing. So, like, I don't think, again, trying to avoid kind of a classic NL-style mistake of just building around whatever the first data point we have is. But certainly, like, the dream for this would be Body Slam, Barricade, or Calipers. Entrench, like, build up as much block as possible. Now listen, okay? You probably shouldn't take Entrench first, because you need more attacks. But I'm taking Entrench first because... And this is probably a horrible strategy. I feel like it never shows up... well, except for that time that it did very recently. I was gonna say, I feel like it never shows up later. That's not fair. I feel like it can be a build around, and if it doesn't show up, you're like, oh, my run's a little bit torpedoed as a result. We need, I'd love True Grit, but I think we need damage. So give me the Clothesline, and then cut the Frailty. Anything else? Anything else on sale here? Nothing I love. Well, in that case, we go card hunting. We want more cards. Sorry, just anytime I get the opportunity to skip some of those with an Explosive Potion, I'm going to be very happy. Cleave, also not my favorite card, but hey, a great opportunity to see it. And I feel like the game is punishing me for playing my Explosive Potion last time, but I don't even mind, man. I'm thrilled that we find ourselves in this relatively goated position, as it were, anyway. So, the real problem is we gotta identify the problems in the deck. What's the problem in the deck? We need a big attack. Spire weakness can create big attacks. It's already getting like a pretty nice boost. I think maybe like Clothesline being upgraded. Like Spot Weakness is the engine that allows the run to possibly succeed right now. Clothesline is like the best card. That can change. That can change. This could just end up being another strength run too. But it's probably too early to tell, so I'm going to stop trying to force it. We could use a potion. You might call me crazy or stubborn or worse. I don't think there's a real good reason to use a potion at this stage of the fight. Like, for me, it just seems like if we go down to 60 HP, if we go down to 50 HP even, what do we care? We got many more hallway fights that should be pretty easy for us to get through. But dude, I'm telling you, you know what we should be doing? We should be elite maxing. Now that I think about it, this is actually like the perfect time to elite max, because if we get calipers, the whole calculus of the run changes. It doesn't have to be calipers. They could just give us something else that's incredible. Bag of marbles. Could be Carnage is the attack we need. And now we got 2 good attacks. The only thing is if you draw Carnage but you can't play it, it's gone forever. So, oh, Preserved Insect, they want me to elite max, man. Look at this! Be careful who you call ugly in middle school, man. He doesn't intend to attack, brother. Have you lost your mind? I do think you're probably better off just hitting them with a Clothesline instead of gaining 3 strength. I'm not going to run the numbers on that, but I stand by that. Self-forming clay, liquid memories again, brutality, wild strike. I do like wild strike because it's a high damage attack, but I'm just going to take a pommel strike instead. Keep the deck thin, draw the cards we want to draw more often. Now, keeping the deck thin is a little bit of a trap, I understand, but I mean, we're adding cards. It's just we're not adding cards that add cards. 28 damage off this pommel strike kills you. Beautiful. I mean, it feels like we're well engineered for hallway fights right now. Now, we'd like to do damage. At some point, Entrench has to cost 1. If we're ever going to use it effectively, there's a pretty good chance we get a barricade from the boss if that's even what we want. And I'm not sure that it is, but... always nice to get that extra block, too. Pummel? Pummel fits with what we're trying to accomplish here. I know I'm playing a little quick, but, I mean, that's kind of just how I do it. For better and for worse. And by the way, it's not for better and for worse. It's better for me because it means I don't have to augment the way that I play the game. It's worse in every other way, including my results, yeah, my decision-making process. But I'm sorry the world has turned and left me here. I play video games to entertain, but also to have fun myself. And, if I would do better, but it would be a brief moment of pain or discomfort, and then more fun later, I can stand on the moral high ground and say, I'm not willing to go through any discomfort to play with my toy. And that's naive. And it's unfair. But it's very honest. It's very honest to the defects of my character. Get smoked. Okay. I mean, we should have this one, like, dead to rights, I think. The only thing is, just due to the draw order, we're probably going to have to weather the storm of a 28 damage hit. But we actually drew, like, our best blocks. I love that. Now, if only we could get, like, a spot weakness. This is probably a turn where you pop that. That takes you to 60. That gets... you know what? I mean... sorry. Juggernaut offering Berserk. It's tough, because I kind of anchored on this idea, like we were going to be running like a block-heavy build. That's what the Entrench is for. You know, that's... I mean, Ghostly Armor is also just to not take damage. That's kind of... self-forming clay is kind of crazy, right? Like, self-forming clay, Juggernaut, that might be a build around. I was thinking about offering, which I also think would be great, but maybe Juggernaut plus self-forming clay is it's the sort of thing we could be very interested in taking on. So I went Black Star because I feel like we don't have energy problems yet, and also we have Preserved Insect. So we should give ourselves the chance to get as relic happy as possible. And I'd love to see a shop on the way, then the choice of 3 elites. But the second floor is always where things get real, man. I guess I'd just play that. Not to mention, I guess with plated armor, we're doing pretty well with Juggernaut too, now that I think about it. So this is a very, very slow way of dealing damage, and it's not gonna stand up forever. Let's see what we got going on with this. Beautiful pulls off that. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, we were taking some serious damage. Rupture is interesting. Body Slam is the card, but Rupture is very interesting for me because if we get offerings or bloodlettings, like that gives us block with self-forming clay, it gives us strength from the card, it gives us damage from Juggernaut, but I think Body Slam and then upgrading it to cost 0 is kind of like the... that's got to be your consensus pick. This should suck, by the way. This should suck a lot. We do have a pummel that'll knock one of them down at least, but still it's gonna be pretty nasty. What did I tell you, man? The second floor is where things get real. They say it's actually not as bad as I thought it was, or I thought it could be, but I will take a Juggernaut, perhaps against my better judgment. Could use an armaments here. Let's ruin your... can I even ruin your life? I need to draw an attack. I did draw an attack. That feels nice. We're kind of just shifting the damage around, though. 1 strike will kill this bird. 1 cleave will kill that bird. Beautiful. A body slam will kill this bird. A strike will kill that bird. Everybody hates the birds. We shouldn't be too upset. By the way, we got exactly the card we asked for. We could probably take this. and then remove it at the shop. You just, or at this shop for that matter. I mean, Toxic Egg is crazy. I'd love to get Metallicized too, but I think you gotta go... We can't go Toxic Egg and remove. You have to remove. I'm sorry. This changes the timbre of everything. I'd... 2 extra gold, man. It stings. Give me Centennial Puzzle and no cards, and let me see what we got in the next shop. We'll call that hedging our bets. I do think we do want an offering more than anything else, but we did say no to Metallicize twice, which I'm sure could come back to bite us. Sorry, Juggernaut. On this turn, it's gotta be that. It's the first time I've seen spot weakness in 20 minutes anyway. Okay. Let's see if we could draw a good defending card. Doesn't exist, okay? Say no more. We're in a bit of a race. Armaments. I would play off. You have to play it. I used to fall into the trap all the time of like, oh, I don't think I need to play offering on this turn. But then I think it's like you just got to ask yourself, well, obviously I could have killed you, but then why did you take it, man? Like if you're in an easy fight, then sure, you don't need it. But if you're in like if you're in deep, you took it because you need it. I skip those. And I'm elite hunting, man. I'm elite hunting. Apparitions are mighty interesting. Especially for a guy whose deck has like almost no blocks. I'm gonna say we go for it, man. I'm gonna say we send it, and it's... I don't even think it's close to a bad idea. I think it's just you want to make sure that you're aware of the trade-offs that come with this. Because usually when we take it, it ends up serving us very well. I mean, someone's got to go. We have 5 of them in the deck. They stack, but they do exhaust, obviously. This is where, like, you can see how 1 extra energy per turn could really make a big difference for us. This one we don't have to play. But we gotta, like, do something. Probably should have just killed you, I guess. I'm only 4 strength up. I mean, this is spooky, man. Big draw, though. You do 10 damage. It's a thinking man's game. You gotta go. Do I have a 1-cost attack that does more than 15? No. Then let's make sure you go and you go, so at least we have tempo from having taken out the minions. And then our pummel only does 30 or 45. It's a little weak, but we're drawing an apparition in all likelihood next turn. What if I pull it this turn? That would be bad. Let's play the pummel then. So I'm getting way too analytical for my own liking. What a play, though. Now, almost any attack finishes the job. And am I correct in my assumption that I did this without potions? Which is just bullish for me because it means I didn't need anything to, like, bridge the gap between the boss and myself. We're not really well, we're exhausting cards on occasion, it's true. Exhaust the card, gives you 4 block. Exhausting gives you damage. Okay, I can see what you're cooking with right now. I don't know if I'm invited, but I see what you're cooking with. So we would love to see... Can we play everything? No. In that case, sounds crazy, is crazy. You have to play spot weakness. It's your engine. You have to play intangibility, and then whatever extra damage you get out of that is just gravy. But you're going to be happy you got the strength. I promise you that. Now this turn, you might not be as happy. I really thought there was a decent chance we'd get at least like 1 apparition, but okay. please do give me an offering. I understand we're playing with fire a little bit, but now we can have a couple of turns to stack apparitions, but also we get value out of exhausting cards and generating block from like our passive armor. So this does 24. Of course we're going to send that out there. This does 14. Of course we're going to send that out there. That was not that bad, man. Oma Mori and Happy Flower. Dual wield is an interesting one. I'm now at the point where I don't know if I'd say I'm happy with my deck, but I'm like, I feel like I sort of know what it does, and as a result, I don't want to mess with it, which may be right and it may be wrong. We should probably be a little bit more aggressive about adding cards. You know what? Toy Ornithopter is a nice heal for us, because we get potions after each combat. And just go ahead and give me a Blessing of the Forge for now, because I don't really know what we're doing. Just being honest, man. Okay, how about, sure, give me a Juggernaut. Let's see how we fare on your basic hallway fight, man. Remember, you can use a Blessing of the Forge here. It allows you to maybe create a better body slam. I'm just saying that because we get an extra potion at the end of the fight no matter what. Love it. Love it. So I don't know, much like our last run, we're playing a little bit too fast, and much like our last run, it seems to be going well, and much like our last run, in spite of like both of these things, for whatever reason, I don't feel like super confident where we stand, but that might be a defect in my understanding of the game instead of like a defect of the deck. Now, the only thing is we won't know really until it's too late, but it might be too late in a good way, or it might be too late in a bad way. I don't know why you would play a body slam there, but... Because I'm confused, okay? That's what it boils down to. Now, I think we need... It would be a dream if all these apparitions didn't have to be played as soon as they showed up. The only way that that's going to come to pass is 5 campfires, which is a stretch, to say the least. I guess I'm playing nothing this turn. 5 campfires, or alternatively... I'd love some energy, man. Save that one. Armaments hitting more than one in a hand, which is possible, but maybe not the sort of thing you really want to rely on. Now, what do you want to rely on? I have to say the old man's money is probably like #1. If you're like high and dry out of the rain, it's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. You know, something Hall & Oates-esque like that. I have to keep Carnage. I'm sorry to clothesline. I'd love to play you here, but you're just... It's not tenable at present. Now this is tenable, and we desperately need the strength, because we gotta live through probably one big attack from this guy. It's not ideal. I do live. It's like 80 damage. We have another pummel. We don't. I think we gotta go for it though. This, like, every bone in my body is like, you have to attack right now. So we get one more turn of like relative safety, where we can choose which one of our 2 attacks we'd like to play here. I want to play the one that does more damage because he purges the debuffs anyway. We're not going to draw intangibility next turn, which means we're probably cooked, actually. Unless I can find a way to spit out... Wow! It was a little close. Okay, and now the run is completely changed again. Now, I hate that it's changed with 28 cards in it, but, like, barricade, big blocks, entrench, like, this is it, and then a body slam kill shot is, like, now a way to make this happen. I really want to remove 2 cards, man. But then I'm like... 6 cards per turn. We have 4 cards. It sounds crazy. I'm gonna lay it all on the line for a Velvet Choker. Now we play a lot of powers, but we'll figure that out when we get there, I guess. We don't need to elite max anymore, but we still can if we like the way it looks, I guarantee it, but ideally one of you would die. Could be worse. I think that right now, what's the threat level of winning? It's a bizarre way to express that, I'll admit. Green is good. Green means you're very likely to win the run. Red means it's borderline inconceivable with where you stand right now. Genuinely, I think I'm not playing Offering just because I prefer not to lose 6 extra HP if we don't have to, but I think we're at a yellow right now. I could totally see us winning, especially... Yeah, let's do that and then roll that over. I had another energy. I could totally see us winning if we get great draw order. And what I think great draw order means for us is early barricade and then like one big block turn where you can get like a huge entrench out there. But our deck is so thick that it's a difficult thing to just manifest out of the ether. So it would be very nice on this floor if I could either get more draw, which is fairly tough. Or sorry, I'm doing it in reverse here. If I could get more removal, which is fairly tough because it's quite late, this is also potentially very helpful, I think. Even over another upgraded body slam. So more removal would be fine, for sure. But that's kind of a pipe dream. More draw might be the best that we could hope for. And even that would be good. I wouldn't turn up my nose at it. But we got a ways to go before that happens. And I don't know really what's going on with the apparitions, but they do seem to be doing gangbusters right now. So I appreciate that. We're already taking 0 damage, which is pretty good, in my opinion. I guess you'd play another apparition on top. We shouldn't say. Well, I guess we were taking 0 because of the plated armor. But okay, so you're nothing. No disrespect or whatever. I don't mean like you as the human being who designed you. I mean you as like a ones and zeros. You're not worth anything to me. No disrespect. Strength potion. Every potion we use, let me think about this. I think we need a headbutt now. Even though it adds to our deck, it thins our deck because we can select something to draw faster, and that something is likely to be entrench. Huge apparition, man. You've saved my life. This does 48 damage. You've saved my life even further. Beautiful. But you can see, like, for yourself, probably, if you think about it for a minute, what we really want to see is early barricade. So I'm trying to, because I think where I can sometimes get stuck in Slay the Spire is I don't think about what specific cards and relics I need, which is a bad habit, because then you go to the shop and you're just like, oh, I'll buy whatever's expensive and then like remove a strike or whatever. But there might be some situations where you want to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more proactive, you might say. So I'm thinking, and in weaving that intricate web of words, I forgot what I was looking for from the shop. Oh, I know. Bottled Tornado. If I can get to and this is very unlikely because it's an expensive relic, but if I could get to a shop that has a Bottled Tornado, and then make sure we start with Barricade, that would be amazing. Now, there is another possibility, and it's not... Oh, right. That makes sense. Velvet Choker. I'm glad I played the blocks first. Now that I think about it, no, I'm not, because we have 3 intangible. But the other alternative, and it's just as viable, it might be described by haters as less likely, is we could just draw it early. It's been known to happen. Again, not necessarily as reliable, but if it happens, it's even better for me because I didn't have to do anything to make it come to pass. Nice daisies, boys! Appreciate ya. Stings, doesn't it? Oh, legal-like. You love to see it, man. We even roll over a little block for next turn. And they're only making plans for frickin' Nigel. I'm not even going to attack, man. I guess all of the daisies are probably gone. So maybe we should, but it's got to be done. Got to be done. Can I attack you? Yes. Worth. Easiest worth of my life. Should have played something. I'd rather have the regen, though, I think. True Grit, good card. Also exhaust. How about a half-price bottled tornado? Now, I think we need to remove cards, but I think even more than that, brother. 1 dex. I mean, 1 dex combined with... I don't know. 1 dex combined with barricade. There's something to it. Now you... I don't know how to feel about you. Obviously, we have to play a dupe potion at some point. You probably want to dupe... Well, you don't need to dupe Apparition. Just, like, don't play it. Yeah, don't play it. At least he starts 150 HP down, but obviously we kind of need, like, him to play attacks so that I can gain strength. Otherwise, we're really facing an uphill climb. And why don't you give me some regen, then? Not necessary because of Toy Ornithopter, man. You do me a favor, could you headbutt, like, a spot weakness back? Okay, so I've done, like, no damage to this guy, and in 2 turns, he's gonna go thermonuclear on me. I'm literally in the business of playing nothing. At least it does something to him, like... It's not ideal, but it does some damage to play exhaustible cards. Okay, yes, it has to be done, brother, it has to be done. Keep it rolling. At some point, we're gonna get high damage cards. It's gonna happen. Strike him. You don't True Grit. I wish I could. I could have done it in a different order, but that's okay. Now we just need Body Slam, man. Apparition, very nice. Any chance you could headbutt me? An Entrench would really hit the spot, and then we drew it immediately. So just keep that rolling. We're just one Body Slam away from not being in danger. That's all right. We got a great setup here. What? We lose a little bit of block. What do we care? Just draw the Body Slam, bro. Just put the Body Slam in the bag. Bash and a strike. What is this? Floor 1? Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. Great fight, though. You know, we need to upgrade Body Slam. This can't keep coming out costing 1. Letter opener. With Velvet Choker, maybe a little muted, but... You gotta get bashed. You can see, like, we're well-suited to the hallway fights. We're pretty well-suited to the elite fights. Now, where we might... where we might eat dirt a little bit... Oh, thank you so much. Gotta be done. Is on the boss fights. But, like, I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen. How about, like, Carnage? Headbutt. Well, I gotta think. What do we want to see next turn? It would probably be best to, like, a headbutt an apparition back and then don't accidentally draw it. That way we know we're not gonna take any serious damage next turn, and then hopefully we can just kill you the turn after that. Like, I might as well gain strength, and then at least we do a little damage with the exhaustible card. Like, this is going pretty well. I did have to use a potion, but, like, so what, man? Dude, maybe this deck is way better than I gave it credit for. Smoke bomb. I feel like flame barrier upgraded. You got me. Upgrade all cards. You can no longer heal. It's so tempting, man. With the intangibilities is so tempting. And we have what? Like probably one more fight. Dude, we gotta... It's actually the way. And then... fight? And if the fight looks bad, then use a smoke bomb. 42 plus 20. 62 plus 26. 13. You get a rare relic. Sorry, guys. I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know what we're going to do here. I guess we'll recall. And then please don't be a hard fight. I don't know how to feel about you. I do know, I don't know if I feel comfortable playing Offering. Probably not play it instead. What do you think about that one? Please don't come back to bite me. Oh, brother. It's coming back to bite me, man. Oh, it's immediately coming back to bite me. That's HP I can't take back, man. That's serious business. Okay, 3 apparitions certainly buys us some time. You're exhausting anyway. Get out of here. How about the power that changes the game for us? You ever think about giving me the power that changes the game for us? Barricade? No, it's going to be on the bottom every single time. Barricade. Armaments. Cleave. Okay. One more turn of intangibility with which to build huge blockers. 2 more turns of intangibility with which to build huge blockers. We should be set. I don't really love going into the next fight on 28 HP, though. But if we build up... If we focus on just building our block up as fast as possible... I mean, anything could happen, brother. The world's our oyster. No healing. That does sting. I'll just rest real quick. Just kidding. Well, you know what? We do have Fairy in a bottle, but I don't know if it'll heal us when we come back to life. So it might bring us back to life on 0 HP. But here's a thought. I think you don't play your intangibility yet. Trust me, I would like to not take damage, but there's more efficient turns to use it on for sure. This would be one of them. Please draw a barricade. I hate you. It's okay though. Now I almost feel like we can slow play this guy until we get barricade, entrench, big blocks, and just like I am willing to use my offering to draw barricade 1 turn faster. Thank you so much for asking. Flame barrier, apparition, entrench. 34. We can play another. Okay, play that. There you go. Now, because we have barricade, I want to keep that rolling, man. I want to keep that rolling. Forget about Feel No Pain. We don't need it yet. Give me a true grit on a Feel No... I don't want it. I don't want to see it. Get out of here. You, I'm tempted to see, but I can wait on you. Apparition will save us 23 block, but we don't need to play it this turn. Get it out of there. Okay, this is all math now. We just need to draw entrench like 2 times. Not even in like rapid succession or anything, just keeping the block relative, because I don't want to, there's no need for me to hit you yet, I guess is all I'm trying to say. This is, anything that builds block is a dream come true. Entrench builds block, that's a dream come true. Give me a cleave, and then an entrench. Now we're up to 140, and you're done. I'm gonna slow play you till I get 999, we're gonna play 2 body slams and it's over for you. I'll strengthen you, what do I care? What do I care at this point? Doesn't matter to me. Headbutt me. Bring back entrench. We're not going to draw it by accident. We don't need to play our Apparition to save 40 block. There's no need for it. Now, could I roll you over on this one? Yeah, I could. I'm gonna. Hi, Tomo. You just don't need the apparitions, man. I don't know what, I guess we'd play one just to build some momentum on our blocks, but this ended up working, a very good run, but if you'll forgive me, a bit of a strange run. It occupied like, oh, you're gonna draw Entrench but not be able to play it. It occupied like a bunch of different quote-unquote archetypes simultaneously, which is kind of a little unusual. Like, there were times it felt like it was going to be a strength build. There were times it obviously turned into like a body slam build at the end. The important thing is it got the job done. It had the cards in the deck that it needed to have in order to get it completed. And I guess I'll just end your life then. Pretty solid. Ascension 8 also under control. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Happy to be back. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time. See ya!